When a free marketplace find turns into a fight for your life. Follow me for part 1 in transforming a swing set slide into a water slide for our stock tank pool. I didn't realize until after I picked this thing up that it had a couple of major cracks in the plastic. So after removing all the rusted screws, I decided to try out this JB Plastic Weld epoxy product to repair the broken and cracked spots. Then I prepped it for paint. I really wanted to incorporate a built-in pump to create a stream of water sourced from inside the pool. So I put together some PVC fittings to install under the slide, creating a channel for the transfer of water using an aquarium pump. I cut the pipe down to size and assembled my fittings. I first glued it in place using a construction adhesive and then sealed up all the gaps using silicone. The idea here is that I'll have the pump under the slide toward the bottom, then run the tubing to attach to this fitting at the top. Next, I marked where I wanted my holes on the front to be and drilled out 4 holes, while carefully holding my fitting in place on the back side. I finished it up using a little Flex Seal tape that I had on hand, but not sure that part was necessary. You can see in some of these clips that I was simultaneously doing this project alongside my pool paint. So since I did have a little of that epoxy pool paint left, I decided to use that for the top side of the slide. I just dumped and rolled out a single thick coat. For the back side, I just used a regular paint with primer in it. It's a Krylon white gloss that I had on hand. And I gave the top of the slide a really good sanding with a super fine 2000 grit sandpaper and then finished it off with Rust-Oleum enamel spray. Again, this is just what I had on hand. I think it would have been totally fine to do the whole thing with just the enamel paint. Now I'm laying out my bars for the ladder for paint. And my idea here is that the existing bars will slide right into some PVC pipe that will raise the height of the slide a little for a better angle to work with my stock tank. I went ahead and cut down and paint the 2 back legs and then set it all up so I could get an accurate measurement for the 2 front legs. I'm using some T-shaped PVC joints for all the support bars, and I use my Dremel to shave out the internal stops so that these could slide right onto the PVC. Everything up to this point has been pretty smooth sailing, but here's where I start really questioning my choices and abilities. Painting beforehand was obviously a terrible idea because now it's stuck and I cannot for the life of me get it back off. I eventually give up and off to the hardware store I go for a fresh pipe, but now I'm learning that there are different types of PVC and I've just purchased one that is a smidge smaller of an internal diameter. I'm at my wit's end here, so it's time to call it. Come back for part 2 to see how I'm eventually gonna pull this thing off.